A very good afternoon to all the dignitaries present on the dais, dignitaries of the dais, professors, directors, deans of University of Mysore, teachers, faculty members, non-teaching staff, boys and girls. A very good afternoon to all of you. I'm really grateful to the fact that University of Mysore volunteered and the EMRC supported this particular function, or rather this particular seminar. And what I was going through the report, and I was yesterday also going through the abstract book. Obviously, a lot of you have put in a lot of hard work in preparing for this particular seminar. So that's an heartening aspect. Learning is a never stopping process. So it never stops. Learning always keeps on, keeps going, keeps moving. And that's what CEC is thinking of, or CEC working towards. We try to empower people with education. And we always want that people, or youngsters rather, should keep learning, keep evolving, keep growing in times to come. We understand there are complexities in the society. We understand there are complexities in our educational system. We understand there are complexities within the nature in which we live, or within the ecosystem within which we live. But we have to understand how these complexities could be made a powerful tool for the growth of the whole society, or whole, जिसे हम कहते हैं ब्रह्मांड, or universe. So we have to take them along, we have to take everything along, we have to take all the good, the bad, the ugly things along, we have to take positives along in our journey for the growth. And that's what we keep talking about, and that's what we keep referring towards as learning, or something which needs to be learned. Now the basic aspect that we keep referring towards, or what CEC keeps talking about is, or CEC actually wants to understand or make people understand, is that we, and I spoke about it yesterday also, that we should always look at positives in every complexity. We should understand that how these complexities could be worked out for the advantage, or for the growth of the nation, growth of the society, growth of the universe, growth of the ecosystem. I'm using a softer word when I'm trying to say complexities, but I know you all are learned people, you understand what I'm trying to refer to. I'm trying to refer to a lot of negativities that exist within our society, or within the system in which we evolve. And you are seeing what is going around in the world. But the basic fact is that the positives that our culture, that our cultural roots have taught us, and our education is also going to be based upon that, has taught us, is now making India even a stronger force day by day in the whole world scenario. And that's a very important aspect. But who is actually going to lead the baton? Obviously, there are few people, there are some very good leaders who are taking the country forward, but somebody has to take, eventually one day they'll pass on this baton, and somebody has to take the country forward now. And that's the youngsters sitting in front of me, the youth sitting in front of me, they have to take it. But remember one fact, that as I told yesterday also, and again I repeat it today, that it is what we think, it is what our brain thinks, that is actually going to take us forward. That is actually going to help us grow in a positive, progressive, effective, and an efficient manner. So it's man behind the machine. So always feel confident about it. Always feel energetic about it, and always feel the fact that we have to learn from our cultural roots. We have to see to the fact that we get all positives from them, embed them in the modern technology, embed them in the modern thought processes, and then move forward. We cannot just rely on one source that, okay, we are going to be progressive economy, or we are going to be a progressive society, and we keep thinking about that education is only the technology that is coming. It's not just that, it is the cultural ethos that we possess. We are one of those countries. मैं एक simple सा example आपसे पूछूंगा, या एक simple सी चीज़ आपसे पूछूंगा, या if I talk about a very simple thing, majority of the countries, even the biggest economy in the world, has a date of birth. You'll find out when America was found out, or when it was discovered. But when was India discovered? किसी को नहीं पता. We are millions and millions years old. We are the source of information. We are the source of knowledge for this particular world. And that is what is important. So try to remain grounded vis-a-vis your roots are concerned. AI is important. Future of education is important. But take your past along with you. Take all the thoughts that have been there in our Gurukul system along with you. And that is actually eventually going to help us succeed. And that is what is making us succeed. That is how we became the 4th largest economy. That is how we are going to overtake everybody else. And that we have faith in that and move on those lines. And that is what CEC is now going to think. We are going to empower people, but based upon the fact that what our strengths are, we are going to grab hold of them and pass on those to our kids. That is going to be very important. Try to remove certain ills in the society. And certain kids also have certain phobia about things. And one of that is the inferiority complex that we talk about. We are the best in the world. I just gave you an example. कोई हमारा date of birth बता दे है ही नहीं किसी को पता. हमें भी नहीं पता हमारा date of birth क्या है. So that gives us that how old and how mature we are. यही तो हम inferiority में क्यों जीते हैं? Why do we live in inferiority? Why do we think that the Western practices or the European practices or American practices are better than us? We are coming from the tried and tested world. And that is going to be very important. Another thing that I would like you all to follow is, we usually, this is happening in all spheres of our life. We usually are very reactive. Or some of you are very active. But I want to make all of you very proactive. Be proactive vis-a-vis what thoughts are concerned. That's why we are talking about inclusivity. That's why we are talking about immersive language systems. You all have to be proactive if you need to understand. And I'll tell you, the biggest brand ambassador of our country, the biggest image of our country, and the person who actually possesses all these things is our Honorable Prime Minister. We look at him every day. We see how he moves, how he takes care of things, and how things are evolving over a period of time. Try to emulate good practices of anyone and everyone that you find out in your lives. And be very, very proactive. Never be reactive. Never be. I'll say active is also is a very small thing. Be proactive about things. Always try to understand how future would hold. Take your past along with that. That is going to be a very important aspect that which I feel in times to come, and is going to be the one which is going to lead towards glory or lead us towards light. Another important aspect that we keep worrying about or keep thinking about is that what does future behold? What future will have for us? Future will have whatever, or future will be reflection of whatever hard work we put in today. That is again an important aspect, that what amount of hard work are we able to put in today? So keep working hard, keep learning, keep moving forward, and good things will naturally and obviously follow you. That's how things keep moving, keep working, and keep building up. I'm grateful to, first of all, to the management department, the Institute of Management Sciences, who gave their facilities to our EMRC and supported us. Thank you to the director present over here. And we are grateful that he provided this facility to us. To the EMRC staff, I could see how much energy they have, and how they were running around and how they were helping out with everything. Obviously, teamwork is the one which helps you to succeed. The name of the leader is always there, the leader is always in the forefront, but it's the teamwork. And same happens with CEC also. All my staff members way back in Delhi, how they have been working on. Just now, our head of the department from journalism was talking about the coverage that we got. And hats off to the staff, the research scientists. Our consultant is here. She's sitting over here, silently observing everything, looking at things, that whether I'm doing the right work or not, and then reporting back to the offices. And they are building up the stories, they are building up everything, coming on social media, trying to build up presentations, and trying to work out what is going to come in media. And indeed, even the Hindu was covering us, ma'am. So that's a very, and Hindu had a very nice article about it. And The CEC staff obviously is also trying to guide me. मेरे लिए भी लिख के भेजी हुई है उन्होंने speech, but I, being a management professor, I never read that, and they every time they always tell me, sir ये तो बोला नहीं, ये नहीं बोला. मैंने कहा I'm going to talk what I feel is positive, what I feel is good for my kids, and that's what I want to talk. And आज तक कभी पढ़ के बोला नहीं, तो अब क्या पढ़ के बोलेंगे? But they are constantly talking, sir, we are preparing so many notes for you. I said, don't need to. So, but thanks to them, thanks to their fact that amount of hard work they are putting in, they are working, the MOOCs team that is working up. To the youngsters, kindly go, CEC showed you the show reel yesterday. Visit the CEC YouTube channel, visit the CEC website. You will get access to lots and lots of good stuff. We have the best teachers around the country who are delivering lectures. Even, I'll just give an example of management. Even if management is concerned or social sciences is concerned, you are limited vis-a-vis. There are 15, 20 faculty members over here and couple of good, experienced, I'll say, technical staff who's available around the Mysore city, who are coming as guest faculty or visiting faculty. But now I'm giving you an open source from where you can read from anybody somewhere who is in Dibrugarh or in Calicut or in Delhi or in Lucknow or in Ahmedabad. So these people are also lecturing. Listen to them also. Obviously, there's a geographical constraint and there is economic constraint that they cannot be flown in every day in and day out over here. उनको यहाँ लाया नहीं जा सकता, खर्चा बहुत होगा. तो हमने lectures बनाए हैं उन लोगों के. तो आप बच्चों को मैं ये फिर से कहूँगा, I'll again try to tell them, go through them. I know you are in a habit of watching lots and lots of social media reels. So look them as a reel. And this is what CEC is working towards, that in times to come, we are going to have very, very short forms of those reels, those lectures. And we are going to put in those short forms, key points, key takeaways in 2 minutes, 3 minutes, so the kids understand. And once they understand, they will get hooked up to listening to the complete 30-minute series or 1-hour series. But we are going to do those 2-3 minutes sort of clips. That's what the CEC team is working day in and day out. The MOOCs team is working day in and day out. But I would appreciate if you all volunteer and be part of these particular MOOCs programs. Take these subjects. You will get the best teachers around the country, best geologists, best physicists who are working in atomic energy, best professors of chemistry, best social science thinkers. They are there. And mind it, we do a lot of research before we get somebody on board to develop MOOCs. And that is an important aspect. I know University of Mysore also, or our EMRC over here also has been very, very instrumental in producing MOOCs. And there are a lot of good faculty members who have been doing it. So grateful to CEC also, grateful to the EMRC and the team that has been working up, and grateful to the University of Mysore. Honorable Vice Chancellor was very kind enough. It was very thoughtful of him to give so much time to us, and after the function also he gave a lot of time to us. We have been discussing out a lot of future plans for the growth of the students and the stakeholders within this ecosystem. And thank you to University of Mysore for this. Thank you to all the people who came over, and hopefully in the coming financial year, we'll have many more programs in University of Mysore. We'll have many more programs where you could be part of, and we would have many more programs where I would want you to be digitally involved. And we are going to work out a platform where all these things are going to be done. Namaskar. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.